Hey, hey, welcome to Live with Lynn. So if you're here, say hi. If you're watching the replay, be sure to type replay so I know you were here. I'm Lynn Huber, and I appreciate you being here today. So today I'm going to talk about 10 super easy ways to develop a lifelong learning habit. You know, if you were to develop just one skill, just one, to help you to get ahead in all aspects of life, what would it be? Studies have shown that by far the best advantage you can give to yourself is to become a lifelong learner. Why? Because without learning, your mind stagnates. And learning is part of the personal growth that you have as a person, right? So think about it, your relationships, your happiness, your ability to handle whatever comes your way, even your income is based on your personal growth. In fact, if you're in business for yourself, we always say that your income never exceeds your personal growth. So it's so critical, especially if you're in business for yourself. But you know what? I'm in love with lifelong learning. I can't seem to get enough, or I can't seem to get my hands on enough information. I just soak it up. The more I engage and more I employ that lifelong learning, the more I experience some really cool things. I mean, not only has it helped improve my brain functions, it's also supported my success and my personal growth as a business owner, and it's made me a more effective coach. It's just made me better all the way around. And not to mention, as an introvert, it gives me a lot of material to work with when I'm in social settings, because that can be a great side benefit, because sometimes I struggle with that. So thankfully, becoming a lifelong learner, though, isn't hard. I've got 10 easy ways to build a habit of learning that will serve you for years to come. So the first one is to commit. So unless you make lifelong learning a priority, you're not going to be successful at it. You start with committing to change, and then you go from there. And then create a personalized learning environment. True learning results when you take charge of your learning environment. So sit down and make concrete goals. Set up a system that enables you to learn and a setting in which you can learn. And once you have this, you're truly ready to begin. The next one, read. Read books, magazines, news articles, academic journals, anything that catches your attention. Become a reader. If it's interesting to you, then it's worth pursuing. It's not like you have to go after specific things. If it's something that you're interested in, then study it, right? Keep a list. So while you're reading or as you go throughout your day or whatever, if you have a question, write it down. And then come back to this list later and Google the answers. Google's like my best friend, right? So let this become the jumping off point for learning new things. And then the next one, create. So create a project out of one of the things that you find interesting. Set goals, give a timeline and a final deadline to complete it. Invite others to take part in your project with you. You learn so much more when you collaborate. And just like anything else that you want to get done in life, create milestones and celebrate each one on your road to completion. Hi, Karen. Good to see you. Thanks for being here. The next one, socialize. So hang out with smart people who also enjoy learning. These will become your encouragers and your mentors along the way. And then become a mentor yourself. Karen says Google is her best friend too. Yeah, seriously, and YouTube. But anyway, so become a mentor yourself. We all have something we're good at and we could teach, right? Your particular skill set might be exactly what someone else needs to succeed. So by getting involved in mentoring, you find yourself not only cementing the knowledge that you already have, but learning new things as well. It's just amazing to me when I learn something and then I teach it. It's amazing. It just cements that knowledge inside of me, and it makes my knowledge stronger. And also, yeah, it's just the other thing that's amazing is when I'm teaching or coaching or working with other people in any ways, when I get feedback from people, it gives me a whole different side of looking at it, which also cements my knowledge. Try different learning styles. If you've always thought of yourself as one kind of learner, try a new way to learn. You'll stimulate your brain in new and exciting ways. So, if it's been watching videos, try reading. Or if you mostly learn by reading, try videos or hands-on. Just try something different. Study with others. When you work with a group, it's generally easier to learn because you can draw off of the base of shared knowledge. Like I said, you get different perspectives when you talk to different people. And so that helps you to discover new things for yourself. Another way, seek out a job or start a business that encourages lifelong learning. So the final step towards lifelong learning is find work where you're encouraged to learn new things and which continually challenges you. You know, ideally, if you're working in a job, you'll want one where you'll have a supportive work environment, where management appreciates personal growth and gives you opportunities to stretch and grow. You know, it's kind of sad. A lot of jobs these days are just kind of rote. You know, you have to do it a certain way and you're not allowed to think. So if you get lucky enough to find a job where the management does appreciate you and it appreciates you having personal growth, that's like a big bonus, right? Or think about starting your own business. You know, a side gig can really offer you opportunities for growth. Avon's great for this. If you've ever thought about selling Avon, or maybe now you'd like more information, hit me up, message me, and I'd love to help you get started. Or if you're already in a business, get serious about it. Because getting serious about it can really help, because there's always something to learn. When you have your own business, learning is growing, and growing is making more money and being more successful. That's all good, right? So, hey, make this personal development a priority. Developing an attitude where you constantly learn, it's the only way you're going to succeed in the dynamic environment which we live in today. Seriously. So don't just keep saying one day. Make that day today. Make learning a priority in your life now. If you wait for it to find you, you're going to limit the amount of information you know. Plus, you're going to limit the ability to attain this knowledge over the long term in your brain. You know, we get older, we get more information in our brain, and you just want to start now, right? So remember, building habits that lead to a lifelong learning, they rely on repetition, just like any other habit. You've got to do them over and over until they become automatic. That's what habits are. So engage in these activities as often as possible, making them a part of every single day if you can, and before long, you're going to be surprised at how far you've grown. Let's see. Karen says, I used to do all reading, but found video tutorials help me learn navigate computers better than reading. That's true, because video, you can see how they're doing it. You know, when you're reading it, it has to be more in your mind, whereas a video, you can actually see how they're doing it. And the cool thing about video is you can pause it. So you can have another window open, and you can keep going back and forth, and you can pause that video and go do the thing, and then go back to video and then pause it, go do the thing. So that's an amazing way to learn. So, hey, now I'd love to hear from you. So what about you? Are you a learner? What kinds of things help you to learn more? Please share your thoughts in the comments below. I would love to hear your stories. And thank you, Karen, for being live with me today. And anyone else who might be live who just hasn't commented, and anyone who's watching the replay, I appreciate you. So go out there, have an amazing day, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.